Hello, dear students, welcome back. Today we will read the chapter Cleanliness is Godliness. So, are you ready for it? Did you know that every year 8 billion tons of garbage is added to our oceans and 80% of it is from the waste from the mainlands? Here in the pictures, you can see that how much filthy and how much dirty our oceans are. And in these pictures, you can analyze that how our mainlands are covered with filth and how we are just destroying this planet. This is a serious issue, but not everyone is aware about it. We need to stand up against the global trash problem and clean up waste in order to keep our planet clean and healthy. This can happen only once we take the small steps to clean up our homes, our classes, and our schools regularly. Now, let's take a look at how our classrooms and homes appear. Here, you can see after one or two class or after the lunch break, the classrooms are in such pathetic conditions that teacher has to tell you every time to clean them up. My dear students, it's the duty of each one of us to get up and clean the filth. It does not matter that who has thrown it, but it matters that who picks it up. In the similar way, if we'll see our homes, in the homes also you can see that everywhere there is one thing or the other thing laid over, and the kids hardly feel their responsibility to pick them up. It is always the duty of their mother. Can't this happen that we as a kid ensure our responsibilities and just do our bit of work so that it is also a helping hand for our parents, and we are also not responsible for all this dirt, all this filth, and all this waste on the mainland and the oceans? So, can we a helping hand? Here, you can also see that we are even not responsible for our surroundings. So, in this chapter, we will come to know about how cleanliness is next to godliness, our responsibilities in a similar way. So, are you ready to read the chapter? So, here we go. Aman was the class monitor of class 5. The class teacher was very particular that everyone should attend the assembly in the morning. Missing it would lead to serious punishment. That day, Aman found that Mohit did not attend the morning assembly. On returning to the class, Aman asked Mohit why he had skipped the assembly. They knew that their teacher was very strict about it. Before Mohit could answer, the teacher entered the class. The teacher asked Aman if everyone had attended the assembly that day. Aman replied that except Mohit, everybody had attended the assembly. The teacher was surprised and asked Mohit, "Is it true that Aman has said, did you stay away from assembly today?" Mohit said, "Yes," in a low voice and stood hanging his head. Hanging his head means to be ashamed of something. So, Aman was hanging his head as he was ashamed of what he did. The teacher said, "Mohit, you know whoever misses the assembly is punished. Before giving you the punishment, I would like to know why you stayed away." Mohit told the teacher that he had come to the school in the morning only, but the others had already gone for the assembly. So he came inside the class to keep his bag. When he was about to leave for the assembly, he noticed that the classroom was in shambles with dust. Shamble means mess or disorder. This means the classroom was not in proper shape and there might be pages or wrappers laid around and he had to pick them up. So rubbish and other waste was in the classroom. The whole place was dirty and unhygienic. The teacher had always told them that cleanliness is next to godliness. As you all might be knowing, is an idea that people have a moral duty to keep themselves and the homes clean. it is our moral duty to keep everything neat and clean. So he knows that this is the moral value that he should possess. So he told teacher that as it is being told by her only that cleanliness is next to godliness, so he was there to clean the classroom. So Mohit cleaned the room and therefore could not attend the morning assembly. He said to the teacher, "Since you have taught us the dignity of labor, I volunteered to tidy the classroom. If I have done something wrong, please pardon me, ma'am. I am ready to accept any punishment by you." The teacher was moved by Mohit's words and said, "Mohit, you have done a wonderful job. If everyone thinks and acts according to your views, our school will become the best. I am very proud to have you as my student. There is no punishment." Mohit was highly appreciated by the teacher who pointed him out as a model to be copied by all others. So it is a great story that can even happen in the regular classrooms. And here we can see that a classroom which is well arranged and neat looks so beautiful and good. And you also want to go inside that classroom and want to learn something. Whereas on the second place, you can see the classroom which is untidy and messy. So you don't know that where to sit and what to do in such kind of place. So my dear students, it is our moral duty to clean and keep the surroundings and ourselves and the places where we live in clean as much as we can, and it is the duty of each of us. So I hope that every one of you will be a helping hand for this planet to be more clean and more safe. Thank you. Okay, students, bye for now. We will meet soon when I'll comprehend this chapter with you. Till then, bye bye. Have a nice day.